It's time, it's transplanting time. And we have a bunch to do, and we got a bunch of direct sowing to do, so that's what we're going to get after today. So right now, we're trying to go from all this pasture into beautiful garden dirt, and having a tractor with a tiller is really handy. I actually hand tilled all this last year. The best tool I found for doing these plugs like this is this. I got mine from Rural King. I've seen them online. It's just essentially a bulb plug, and it works really great, especially if you pot your tomatoes into the cups like I normally do. It does fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the edge of the bed here. I'm going to give myself about a foot this direction. My boots are about 13 inches, so we're going to go a few foot from there. I'll mark it from the other edge. 1, 2, because I'll put a flower there, and then my lettuce here. And then you just pop that sucker in. And then with these black seeded Simpson, they want a foot in between each row. And so with us, we got 12 of them. So once we get the holes planted, plugged in, we're going to go ahead and grab our cells. And hopefully I did what I'm supposed to do right. They should just pop right up out of there. Oh boy, come on, there it is. So beautiful little lettuce plug. We're just going to take them. Now I'm not going to do a bunch of amending today for the simple fact that we've been amending with leaves and grass and everything else for a while. So I don't think it's completely necessary to amend this right now. I will be coming back through with some more manures and some more amendments later on, but nothing crazy because lettuce is a high nitrogen. So we'll get these planted and we'll get back to it. So obviously I can't count, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plugs in. And so these are actually, the little ones are the first ones we planted, and we didn't do the vermiculite and everything else in them. And then the second ones, those great big ones, are the ones we did the vermiculite with. And they've been on the same fertilizer regiment and everything else. Everything's completely sustainable, organic, and I make a lot of it on my own. Fox Farm Happy Frogs with a little bit of vermiculite and then fish emulsion fertilizer versus regular Happy Frog with no vermiculite and the same fish emulsion fertilizer. I think we're going to be sticking with the vermiculite. The only problem was having was dampening off, but I added a fan and I altered the watering just a little bit, and those suckers took off. So hopefully this all goes well. We're going to finish up the rest of the row. I got to redo those holes because obviously I don't know how to count. And we're going to direct sow the rest of this, and hopefully everything goes fantastic. All right, we're going to knock out the same thing with the Burpee bibs. I'm going to go about 2 foot over. I'm going to put about a foot spacing between each one, and at the end of the row there, we're probably going to do some direct sowing. I just realized that that one is really not straight, but it'll be all right. It'll be fine. We're going to scratch that. So we're actually going to go 2 foot over and then do 2 foot spacings and do broccoli in the next row to separate out the lettuce from the other lettuce. Now that right there is some pretty broccoli. I just wish I would have planted more and germinated more. So we're going to go another 2 foot over from them. Then we're going to go a foot in between each of the Burpee bibs and get them going. Same thing with the Endive. We're going to go 2 foot over, pop a hole, and then we're going to do 12-inch spacings in between each plant. Next is the Catskill broccoli. I just got the Endive done, and we're actually going to take this over 3 foot, and then we're going to do a spacing of 3 foot all the way across there. Good news is I only got 4 of them, so it's only about 12 foot, but it is what it is. All right, and there is our Brussels sprouts looking fantastic. I got a lot of row to cover. This is a big garden. All right, so we're going to go 2 foot over, and then we are going to plant the tender mustard greens, and they will be spaced about a foot apart all the way across there. Let's get after it. Mustard tender greens complete. We're going to knock out the golden acre cabbage. They need a 3-inch spacing. My germination was a little sad on them, not super great, but 2 cabbage is better than no cabbage. Let's get this knocked out. All right, and the golden acres cabbage is doing good. So that one looks super good. That little feller out there, he's looking a little questionable, but it's all right. He might bounce back. Next is the kale. Those are going to be a 3 foot spacing, so we're going to make sure that we don't get too close to the tractor mark because we got to be able to get down yonder and behind all there. We're going to go ahead and space that out about another 3 feet and get our kale in. That looks kind of straight when you get over here, but that one at the back's a little to the left. I ain't a big fan of that. But it is what it is, 3.5 foot spacing. The kale has been planted. Like I said earlier, we didn't do a lot of amending. It's not nothing really special. I punch a hole, backfill them, or get them in there, backfill them, boom. And then whenever it does come down to time to do some amending and fertilizing, instead of just amending, what I like to do is make my fish emulsion fertilizer. It'll be 2 tablespoons to a gallon of water. And what I do is I put 4 tablespoons in because I've got this handy dandy 2-gallon watering can, which I broke the spigot off of earlier, which sucks, but whatever. And I'm just going to go around and give these guys a good drink and let them rip tater chip till next Tuesday. And then we'll do a little bit of an update and see if anything's doing good or doing bad. So, and all I'm going to do with the fish fertilizer is I'm just going to dump some to the side there until I see the hole's full and it's running out. Nothing too carried away. We got them watered. We got them fertilized. We'll see you on Wednesday.